3 hours late. Who knows when they will arrive with this storm brewing? Oh, good heavens, but you continually sneak up on me while I'm thinking. It's terribly upsetting. I told you to wait downstairs until I called for you.
I'm sorry, Doctor. It's the monster. He's getting very restless. The last time he was like this, he broke his chains and tore the hinges off the door.
I'm doing the best I can. Oh, the burden of a reputation. Grandfather, why did I ever find your laboratory notes and embark on this hideous career? Look at this face, Igor. Once I was young and happy. Now I am lined with worry wrinkles.
Your grandfather was a great man. How often my grandfather Igor has told me stories of how they would work together out at night, cutting criminals down from scaffolding, out all night in the muck and the mire, digging up bodies, looking for just the right part. I'm glad I was not there.
Yes, I know all the stories well. My grandfather created a monster out of men, an indestructible creature. The only problem was the monster's brain, thanks to your grandfather.
But it was not Grandfather Igor's fault. He couldn't read. How did he know the brain he stole from the university laboratory was the brain of a nincompoop?
Oh, he should have recognized a comrade.
Oh, it's wonderful night. It was on just such a night as this that the monster was created. The lightning is his father, and he gave him the strength of 100 men. How proud our grandfathers were.
Enough reminiscing. We have plenty of problems of our own, trying to correct the mistakes of the past. The brain transfer machine is ready. We no longer have to operate to change the monster's brain. Using the fluorite crystal, the machine spins the brain into 1 billion particles, sends them through space, and reassembles them in a new cranium.
Wonderful, Doctor. Wonderful. Wonderful. When do we begin?
As soon as we find the right brain for the monster.
I know where there's a wonderful brain.
Oh, where?
In here.
No.
But it's a perfectly good brain, and it's never been used.
There are brains, and then there are brains. I refuse to discuss it further. Now, hopefully, the right brain will arrive this evening. With all this lightning, we shall have added energy for the perfect transfer. I have advertised this castle as a hotel with all the travel agencies from Berlin to Los Angeles. I had expected a large supply of brains, but so far only one group has made reservations. We'll be here tonight. With everything in readiness, I must use one of these brains tonight. Oh, I almost forgot. You must not call me Dr. Frankenstein anymore. I am Baron Henry von Frankenmeyer. Do you understand?
Yes, Dr. Frankenstein. But I've been meaning to ask you, how can we run a hotel with no servants? We have no maids, no bellhops, no cooks.
Oh, simple. You will do it.
But I do everything around here. I watch the monster all night, I fix the machine all day, and now you want me to run room service and carry tourist baggage? It's too much. I quit.
Wait, you don't understand. If one of our guests is chosen for the honor of the brain transfer, then you will be in the perfect position to plant the crystal on him. You know I have not yet learned to focus the rays of the machine. I have placed one crystal on the creature, and this one must be placed on the body of the subject, whose brain is to be transferred. I cannot succeed without your help. Do not desert me in my hour of need. I shall be lost without you.
There, doctor. I won't leave you. How can you think such a thing of loyal and hard-working Igor?
Oh, very well. Very well. Go get the rooms ready. Our guests should be arriving shortly. A family of American tourists. Oh, quickly! Mix another sedative. We do not want him frightening our guests. Use the good whiskey tonight. Perhaps we should be grateful he hid in the brewery the last time he escaped. He is so much easier to sedate now. And make sure those chains are secure. The energy transfer may be more violent than we had calculated. And we do not want him running around the countryside, mauling the villagers. Oh, grandfather. Grandfather, do you hear your creation moaning for relief? I, Baron Henry von Frankenstein III, shall correct your mistakes. I shall perfect your creation and end the failures of the past. I shall remove the curse of the Frankensteins.
He's ready, doctor.
Oh, good. Make no delay. Get him quiet as soon as you can. And then make the rooms ready with a nice warm fire.
Yes, doctor.
And now, if this storm will hold until they arrive.
Henry, darling. Oh, you look surprised to see me, darling.
Natasha Nopritsky.
Oh, so you have not forgotten me, darling. It is so nice to see you again. And the Carpathian Mountains are so lonely and quiet. Like a mausoleum. Oh, don't be silly, darling. Nothing away. I have been taking treatment at Van Helsing Health Clinic in Budapest. I drink only cranberry juice now. But I must admit, I have not lost my desire for adventure. Oh, excitement. Oh, yes, and the romance. But what is this? Make reservations for 5. Stop. Julius T. Woodwalker and family. Stop. Arriving October 3rd. Stop. A World Travel Agency, Manhattan, New York. Darling, what does this mean? Who is Julius T. Woodwalker and family?
I have gone out of the monster business. I have decided to turn this castle into a vacation paradise.
Well, that's wonderful, darling. All this old place needs is some new blood.
Blood?
It was just an expression, darling.
What are you doing here anyway? I thought I told you the last time I saw you I wanted nothing more to do with you or your husband. By the way, where is the Count?
I am leaving for that again. I am tired of him running around night after night after night after some new young thing. He has made a fool of me for the last time.
Maybe if you settle down, he would too. You're leaving him is ridiculous. You two are made for each other. You always go back to him, so why leave him in the first place?
It is not ridiculous. I am tired of sitting at home alone, waiting for him to drop me a morsel of attention. I will not be the bat in his belfry any longer. My trunk will be arriving shortly. It's a new one. I got it in Egypt last year. It's simply beautiful.
But my guests!
Henry, I don't like to be pushy, but I don't like being refused anything. You escaped me once before and I forgive. If I do not stay, I shall fly around and scare all of the guests out of the hotel. And then there will be only me and you left.
That's blackmail.
Of course. Do you still have that bumbling idiot with you?
Oh, yes, and he has good reason to remember you, too.
Oh, it was really harmless, Henry. You escaped me with your trickery and Igor was available.
But Igor, how could Vlad suspect Igor?
And I was desperate. I had to take what I could get. But I assure you that if I do not stay here tonight, Igor will suffer more than any man has ever suffered before.
All right, but don't mingle with the guests.
Oh, I promise. Do think about it.
Doctor! Doctor!
Hello, my little pet. My, how you have not changed.
What is she doing here? Oh, she just flew in for a little visit. There's nothing to worry about. Because of you, I was beaten. The dogs were sent upon me, and I was chased over half of Transylvania. I swore revenge!
Henry, keep him under control. I am warning you. I will not restrain myself next time. Now, Pete, take me to my room. And when my trunk arrives, bring it up.
Welcome to Hotel Frankenmeyer. I hope your visit will be enjoyable. May I introduce myself? I am Baron Henry von Frankenmeyer, your host.
Ah, pleased to meet you. Julius T. Woodknocker here, and this is Mrs. Woodknocker and all the little Woodknockers. Ah, my car. Swell joint you got here. What is it, early gargoyle? Hey, when do we eat? I want 2 stewed prunes, 2 fried eggs, 2 scrambled eggs, 2 poached eggs, and some roast beef. Rare, medium, well done, and overdone. Hey, did you have any stewed prunes?
Stewed prunes? I suppose so.
Well, give them some black coffee. That ought to sober them up. Mr. Frankenheimer. Mr. Frankenheimer.
Yeah, that's Frankenmeyer.
Right, Mr. Frankenheimer. I wonder if I might switch you ties.
There's a long one there.
Well, yes it is. I'm glad you like it. Oh, my wife doesn't think I'm funny. Hey, Junior, how much would you give to jump into an open manhole?
Just a car charge.
Well, drop in sometime.
Sure.
I guess we cleaned that up pretty good.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. And don't let it happen again.
Julius, please, can't we ever take a trip or have a night out without you going through these antics? I swear you do this just to embarrass me. Now, Mr. Frankenmeyer.
Oh, you can call me Henry.
Henry.
Let's not get too familiar there.
Henry, my husband has been in vaudeville since he was young. Very young. And over the years, he's forgotten what is reality and what is a play.
Oh, that's ridiculous. To me, a play is reality, and reality is a play, or vice versa. There's a wisecrack in there somewhere, but I doubt it. Oh well, all for one for all, 3 for 5, 6 for a quarter.
I must say, you look very familiar to me.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my husband isn't who you think he is.
Oh, that's a lie. I know who I am. I'm an imposter, an impersonator.
What he is a continual source of embarrassment to the family. But that doesn't stop him. Nothing stops him. He will insult anyone. Now he claims he's suffering from nerves and insomnia. So his doctor sent him on this trip to recover. But actually, he's been trying to drive me to a nervous breakdown for 20 years. Well, I will apologize now for anything that happened later.
Oh, room service. Ice water in 318. How did it get there? Oh no, this is Coconut Beach, Florida. No snow, no ice. Tell you what, get some onions. That ought to make your eyes water.
Very good, Mr. Woodknocker. Now, there seems to be only 4 of you.
Hey, that's pretty good. I bet with a little practice you could learn to count to 10.
Julius, I think we've had enough comedy for this evening.
What I mean, sir, is the travel agency wired there would be 5 of you.
Ah, that's our 5th wheel, Mrs. McGonagall. She's out the car and refuses to come in. Mrs. McGonagall, you know, she may look like an idiot, and she may sound like an idiot, but don't let it fool you. She's an idiot. Hey, Ruth, why don't you go out in the car and see if you can get Mrs. McGonagall to come in?
Oh, it was horrible, horrible, most horrible. I was sitting in the car and his horrible face peeked through the side window. Oh, it was the most gruesome thing I've ever seen.
That is Mrs. McGonagall.
She was looking at herself in the rearview mirror.
I frightened it away.
Well, I must have got a good look at you.
My screaming frightened it away.
Like I was saying, this is Mrs. McGonagall. Any resemblance between her and an actual human being is purely coincidental.
Julius, I am warning you. Now calm down, Mrs. McGonagall. Whatever it was didn't hurt you. You worked yourself into an anxious state of mind with the long trip up the mountainside, the appearance of this hotel, the coming storm. You just need a rest.
I stayed a night in this place. Why, I'd be too frightened to close my eyes. Who knows what might be lurking in the corners or under the bed?
Oh, I could say something there, but I won't.
I'm sure you'll feel differently once you've refreshed yourself.
Mr. Frankenheimer.
That's Frankenmeyer.
Yes, Mr. Frankenheimer. How much are the rooms?
How much? I hadn't thought of that. Would $20 be too much?
$20? To stay in a rundown dump like this? Well, that's ridiculous. Get your bags, Ruth. We're leaving.
Oh, now you're talking.
It's too late to find another place to stay. We have reservations and we're staying. If you want to find another place tomorrow, fine. But I'm not budging tonight.
No, you can't go. These roads are dangerous at night, especially with the storm coming in. We can reach a settlement tomorrow, which I'm sure will be agreeable to all of us.
Oh, this isn't the first time he's done this. Most people expect to spend money when they travel, but not him. In Paris, he stormed out of our reserved hotel, and we carried our bags all over the city for 5 hours looking for a cheaper place to stay. Well, we ended up right back in the first hotel.
It was the principle of the thing.
I'm all principled out, Julius. I'm tired. Miriam's tired. And Junior's run off somewhere. I'm not leaving. If you want to sit on your bags out in the lobby, that's your affair.
Well, all right, we'll stay. But I want quiet!
Thank you, Julius. Now where's Junior? Junior? Junior!
Here I am, Ma. Hey, Pop, this place is swell. It's for murder. Well, it was.
I'll have you shown to your rooms, and then I'll prepare something for you to eat and have it brought up to your rooms. I'm sure you must be famished after your long journey.
Oh, that's the face.
Come out of there, Mrs. McGonagall will break every bone in your body.
Well, stop! Stop! This harmless creature is the bellboy. Come out, Igor. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. He is as harmless as a puppy dog. Now, Igor, get the baggage and show our guests to their rooms.
Be careful with
Oh, what's that?
Nice.
Nice.
Sounds too big to be a mouse.
Oh, well, the sound echoes through the lower halls, but there's nothing to be frightened about. They always stay below in the dungeon.
Dungeon? Oh, boy, can I see them, Pop?
No.
Aw.
They're all locked and sealed shut. No one has been in them for years.
Say, mister, this place that I see the capacities that make from room to room?
Oh, I don't think so.
It's okay, Junior. You can explore later.
Got Pop.
Igor will show you to your rooms.
Be careful with my bag there. It has all my costumes in it. Without my costumes, I'd have to play Lady Godiva. And believe me, I haven't the costume for it.
Walk this way.
Now, he said that one, Ruth, not me.
Don't you dare.
Not a suitable brain among them all. I suppose I must make do. There's no time to get another. With all this lightning, the energy in the machine will be ready at 11 o'clock. I will give the crystal to Igor, and then he will place it on... Which one? The boy? Not old enough. Mrs. McGonagall? Never. Not Mrs. Woodknocker or the girl. There's only one choice, unfortunately. Mr. Woodknocker. As soon as the crystal is planted, we will sedate him. And then at 11 o'clock, my monster will have a new brain. Oh, the thrill of it. Answer the door. Whoever it is, get rid of them. And keep an eye on our guests. We don't want to lose any of them. I must recheck the instruments. Oh, my! My! Oh, my! My, oh, my, oh, my! Oh, my! My, oh, my! Oh, my, oh, my! Get rid of them, he says. I should have made them carry this up first. Fetch, carry, fetch, carry. They make me do all the work. But someday, I will get my revenge. They will ask me to do something, and I won't do it. There you have it. If I could get my brain transferred into the body of the monster, I would be the most powerful man on earth. Think of it. My wonderful brain in the monster's wonderful body. That's it. When the doctor gives me the crystal, I'll keep it myself.
Hello, Mr. Igor.
Hello!
What are you doing?
Fetch and carry. Fetch and carry.
Oh, it's the mommy case. Can I see it?
No!
There's a belong to you.
A guest!
Inside?
Nothing. If you look in there, I'll get in trouble. And I have enough of that already. Leave the box alone. Don't touch the box. Leave the box alone. Alone, leave the box. Leave the box alone. Don't touch the box.
Sorry, let's do older. Oh well, there's possibilities. Now, if I were a secret passage, where would I be? The fireplace. There was something in the fireplace. Not here, there. Little bloodies and everything's a castle.
But I must see the doctor. It's a matter of life or death.
I'm sorry. The doctor's in the middle of an important experiment, and he cannot be disturbed.
But he always has been disturbed, right? I won't leave until I see him. Tomorrow is the full moon.
You mean the full moon?
Yes. Yes, the full moon.
The full moon?
That's what I said. I'm tired of repeating myself. My name is Sir Lawrence Talbot III.
Oh,
So you've heard of me.
yes, but never did I think we would meet.
I'm not a bad one. I have feelings, wants, needs, desires. But when the full moon rises above those mountains, I turn into some kind of hairy beast with jagged teeth and a thirst for blood. Now get me the doctor.
The full moon? The full moon? Full moon? Full moon? Don't touch the box!
Excuse me, Mr. I'm sorry. I thought you were
That's quite all right, Miss
Miss Woodknocker, Mary Woodknocker.
Lawrence Talbot.
Are you a guest here too?
A guess. I suppose I am.
I know this is going to sound boring, but do you by any chance play tennis?
Tennis?
Well, I was just going to ask Mr. Frankenmeyer where the tennis courts were so I could practice in the morning. But if you play, we can play doubles with my father and brother. They're quite good though. They won the doubles trophy at the country club last summer. My father plays such wretched golf that he picked up tennis instead. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dominate the conversation.
No, your conversation is delightful, honestly.
I haven't had anyone to talk to since we came on this trip, and I don't speak French or German.
Well, I speak English like a native. I've lived there for many years.
England? I love England. We didn't go there this time because my father was there on tour in a play with my mother shortly after they were married.
Oh, your father's an actor, really?
Well, sort of. He's a comedian. You know, at home, he's quite ordinary, fun, and not different from most fathers. But when we get out in public, he changes into the most outrageous character. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean very well.
Anyway, my mother used to be a dancer in my father's play company, but my father made her retire. I think she resented it a little and still does. Father has not been feeling well lately. Nerves and insomnia, so his doctor suggested a trip. But he hasn't felt much better. He gets seasick at the mention of a ship, and the ship we were on sat so high in the water that it rocked from side to side, setting still it off.
That is very amusing.
Father didn't think so.
No, I don't think I've acted news until this very moment.
Mr. Talbot, I believe.
Yes, and you are?
Mr. Frankenmeyer.
Frankenmeyer. Oh, I get it. I must speak with you, Frankenmeyer.
Oh, don't let me disturb you. It was nice meeting you, Mr. Talbot. You're so interesting to talk to. Mr. Frankenmeyer, where are your tennis courts?
Tennis courts? Oh, well, I'll have Igor straight some netting tomorrow morning in the garden.
I'll see you later, Mr. Talbot.
Please call me Larry, and I would love to see you again. You make me forget all my troubles.
Goodbye.
But where am I going to get a net? Don't argue, just do it. Oh, but first get something for the Melvin. Melvin? Melvin.
Oh, you mean Melvin?
Still playing with monsters, I see, Dr. Frankenstein.
Don't call me doctor. And it's none of your business what I'm doing. What do you want?
I think I'll take a drink first.
Igor, a drink for Mr. Talbot. And I'll have one too. I have a feeling this is going to be a long night. Tell me, Mr. Talbot, what is it you want?
Well, you obviously know who I am. And tomorrow is the full moon.
The full moon?
Shut up. I don't think I can go through another full moon like the last one. You don't know what it's like. Living month after month, year after year, knowing that when the moon changes, no matter where you are or what you're doing, you will change too. Your body is racked with agony, and you're hunted like a wild beast. Doctor, you must help me. That girl, I don't dare like her, or be friendly to anyone else. For fear I shall find the mark of my next victim in that hand. Doctor, you must help me. I cannot go on like this.
Oh, that would be impossible. It would take months, perhaps years of study before I could attempt a cure.
Then kill me! You would do the same for a mad dog!
Calm down. Calm down. Perhaps there is a way. It would take some time and some trial and error. But there are possibilities. I will strike a bargain with you. If you will help me with my experiment, then I will help you.
Anything to be free from this wretched curse.
Once you begin, there will be no turning back. Agreed?
Agreed.
Then let us drink to our partnership. To success.
To freedom.
To Melvin. Now, listen carefully. This is a 4-ite crystal. It is very rare. It is the key to your future happiness. But you must make no mistakes.
I won't. Now, what is it that I have to do?
I was going to give this crystal to Igor, but a man who is desperate will make certain that nothing goes wrong. This crystal focuses the rays of my brain transfer machine.
Your what?
I don't have time for details. You must have this crystal placed on the body of Mr. Woodknocker.
But isn't that the
girl's father? Yes. He's a little strange, but he is intelligent. And if my experiment works, I can retrain him as I want him. The energy from the machine is focused through the crystal. The brain is changed into a billion particles and sent through space. It takes several hours to build up the energy necessary to make the transfer. It is very dangerous until the energy is released. It will be ready tonight at 11 o'clock. You must have this crystal placed on the body of Mr. Woodknocker before then. If you are still in possession of the crystal, then your brain will be in the brain of the monster, and the monster's brain will be in you. You have just 1 hour. Do not fail.
You're going to steal some poor man's brain? Are you stupid monster? I don't know about this. No, I don't. It's strange. No! Oh, it's too soon. The full moon is not until tomorrow. How?
The sedative! Igor, you idiot!
You called?
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker!
Ah, lovely weather we're having. A little chilly, but it keeps the ice from melting.
Doctor.
Doctor? I'm a doctor. Where's the horse? Ah, just as I thought. Smoking too much.
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker, it's Talbot. He's faint.
Oh, don't tell me. I will find him. I can do nothing for this man. He's fainted. What he needs is a long ocean voyage. Meanwhile, I will be in the garden. If he should recover, don't blame me.
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker, it may start raining. You'd get wet in the garden. Getting wet would not be good for your health.
So I get wet. If the sun were out, I get sunstroke. I am an incurable insomniac. You know, I lay awake night waiting to go to sleep. I think of lots of different things, and it does not help. I wonder about lots of things, like, what do you have? A blonde with powder in her hair.
I don't have the faintest idea.
Frosted Flakes?
That man is crazy. And perhaps I have made a mistake. What am I going to do with Talbot? I can't just leave him lying here. That's it. I'll put him in here until I can get Igor to remove him to the dungeons.
Mr. Talbot! Mr. Talbot! Darn, the first man I met this whole trip, and I don't even get to talk to him. Maybe we could skip tennis and take a stroll in the woods. We could sit under the trees and talk. Oh, Miriam, have you seen your father? No, I haven't. Oh, he's wandered off again. He says it's insomnia, but I think he does it just to keep me awake. It's probably bothering the hotel personnel and the other guests. David, I haven't seen any other guests. There's one that I've seen. Oh? He's very interesting looking. When did you meet him? Earlier when I was asking Mr. Frankenmeyer where the tennis courts were. Did Mr. Frankenmeyer happen to tell you where the bathrooms are? I went up into my bedroom, and all there was a pitcher of water in a bowl. No, he didn't. Well, I've looked through all the halls upstairs, so I decided to come down here and see if I could find one. Well, don't stay up too late, dear. It's getting dark, and there are no lights in the halls. The accommodations in these old European hotels are terrible. Mother, before you leave, may I ask you a question? Why, of course, dear. What about? Did you love Father when you married him? Oh, Miriam, of course I loved your father. I still do, very much. Do you think I don't? Well, I know you do. I just wonder sometimes the way you're always scolding him, and he seems to do everything he can to aggravate you. Oh, I guess we do it so often we don't even know we're doing it. I can't even remember when it started. It must look like we're best of enemies. Oh, but you know, your father has given you some wonderful news.
He has.
Really love at first sight? I mean, can such things really happen? Well, it was a whirlwind romance. I guess a girl can meet a man for the first time and nobody's Mr. Right. But it's better to know a little bit more about Mr. Right than I knew about your father. There are less shocks and surprises that way. Mother, will you try to do me a favor? Will you overlook a little of what Father does? Can we not try so hard to obstruct him? Miriam, it's hard to change overnight, but I'll take off your heart. Now you run on upstairs, because it's getting chilly. I won't stay down too long, Mother. First we'll take a walk in the morning, then we'll have dinner in the evening, and then we'll go dancing on the terrace in the moonlight.
That should carry. That should carry. Move the body from this box to that box. Hello.
Have you seen Mr. Talbot?
Mr. Talbot? No.
Well, if you see him, be sure to tell him that Miss Woodenhoffers is looking forward to playing tennis in the morning with him.
I never have any fun. Nobody ever wants to play tennis with me. But when my brain is in the body of the monster, then I will have fun, making life miserable for everybody else. Now, where is that crystal?
Ah, Natasha, you don't know what it's like to find another insomnia, wandering the darkened halls of the night, searching for the endless peace that will never come. Oh,
Darling, I know just what you mean. As soon as the sun comes down, my eyes are wide open.
Oh, I love the way you say darling. Darling, darling.
Oh, darling.
Yes?
It's my tongue, it has an eye.
I once knew an elephant with the trunk, but it was too small, so we sold it for $40. In fact, that's the trunk.
Isn't it beautiful, Daddy? I got it in Egypt.
Oh, Egypt you too, eh? You know, that reminds me of a girl I once knew. She was fair, fat, and 40, and her bank account wasn't too shabby either. She reminded me of the Prince of Wales. Not the current Prince of Wales, but the old Prince of Wales. And believe me, when I say Wales, I mean Wales. I know a whale when I see one.
Oh, darling, you're so full of whimsy.
Oh, can you see it from there? I always get this way when I eat radishes.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, I never touched the stuff.
Well, I have a terrible craving for a bloody man.
I bet you do.
Pop, Pop, I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, well, go look out in the garden, under a cabbage leaf. If I'm not there, I'll be upstairs in the room.
Pop, this is serious. There's a man in the mummy case. And Mr. Frankenstein, he's really Dr. Frankenstein. And he's trying to steal your bread with the machine that uses the crystal.
First of all, slow down. Let me smell your breath. Ah, just as I thought. You gotta lay out the lemonade, son.
Pop, I'm serious. Check in the mummy case.
Very well, my good man. Let me try that again. You didn't say this was a music box. Does it play anything else? How about Home Home in the Rain?
And it was looking at me with greedy eyes and a hideous grin on his face. Then it flew out again. Oh, I can't stand this horrible place.
Natasha, I told you.
Oh, Henry, don't glare at me like that. I've been down here talking to Mr. Woodknocker. If it wasn't me, you know who it was. What's going on here?
A huge bat flew into my room.
Oh, I thought it was Mother. Where is Mother?
She was arguing with the wall the last time I saw her.
Oh, she went looking for the bathroom.
Oh, where did she go?
She went down that hall.
Oh, these halls are dangerous if you don't know where you're going. I'll call Igor to look for her.
On my budget from this spot.
What are you doing back there?
I was setting a trap for mice.
Pop, that story you've been waiting there to jump out at me, and don't tell me you were.
Quickly, Igor, we must find Mrs. Woodknocker before...
That's Ruth. What's that?
Mice!
Oh, that figures. Ruth can't stand mice.
Oh, quickly, Igor, quickly!
Oh, we'll come to it.
No, you must not follow. These halls are dangerous. Please, stay here.
Very well. Let's play cards.
Father!
Oh, this is the worst thing you've ever done to us.
Oh, why don't you go find her?
I'm coming, Mrs. Woodknocker. Well, maybe I'll just wait here. It's still in the mummy case.
Who's in the mummy case?
Wolfman, of course. Gin. And gin.
Well, Mr. Woodknocker, I'm not going to look in there. If there's anything in there, I don't want to see it.
Grace, good evening.
Blood. So, my intuition was correct.
My darling, you know I cannot leave without you. I hardly.
It's pretty story, but I don't believe it.
We will discuss this later. But first, you must introduce me, my dear.
All right. If you insist, this is Mr. Woodknocker and his servant daughter.
And these must be Mrs. Woodknocker.
Not in your wildest nightmare.
This is my husband, the Count.
Ah, the Count of Monte Cristo, I presume.
I know. I am Count Adinka from Transylvania.
Oh,
My castle is in the Carpathian Mountains near the Borno Pass.
oh, I'm sorry.
So am I.
Well, good. You ever heard of Cucamonga?
Oh, it's him. Those beady eyes. I know him anywhere.
Allow me to introduce myself to this vision of loveliness.
Those beady eyes are blind.
I am Count Adinka from Transylvania. You remind me of the beautiful women of my country.
Oh, I am sorry. For a moment, you reminded me of. It's quite ridiculous.
That's it, Gary. Catch and carry. Move the body from this box.
Henry, darling, look who has just arrived.
Why, Henry, you don't look pleased to see me. After all, you should remember that wherever my darling, even the castle, I am not far away.
Ruth? Ruth?
Julius? Julius? Oh, darling! It was Truth! It came out of the darkness, growling and shuffling. Its eyes were blinking, and its arms were outstretched like this.
Oh no, that was Mrs. McGonagall sleepwalking again.
Mr. Wolf Doctor, I've been here all the time.
Tell you what, Ruth, Junior, why don't you take your mother up to her room?
Pop!
Ixnay on the ox bait. I'll talk to you later about the man in the box.
Oh, the man in the box?
The man in the box.
Man in the box? No, Pop! There's a man in my box.
Where is the crystal?
I couldn't find it.
Mr. Frankenheimer.
Well, I guess I'll just hop along too.
Fascinating. What's going on here, Mr. Frankenheimer?
Oh, why, nothing.
All right, do I look like an idiot? Don't answer that. I may look like an idiot, but I'm no dope. I suffer from nerves and insomnia. Now I came on this vacation to get away from excitement. I'm tired of noise. I'm tired of staying awake all night. I take all sorts of pills. I take green pills, yellow pills, blue pills. Pills to remind me to take pills. Which reminds me, you can have one.
You can't mean you take these pills.
No, that's my golf ball. I wonder what I hit off the tee this morning. Mr. Woodknocker, I want quiet. Quiet!
Oh, why does this happen to me?
Henry, is that man a lunatic? One of your new creations.
That man is an American. Igor, it's me a dream.
No, I won't do it.
American. I've heard of these Americans. Perhaps we shall go to America one day. A fresh new country, new faces. Love.
And beautiful women.
Oh, my darling, jealous Natasha.
Of what do I have to be jealous? A silly woman who screams at bats?
My darling, you know I love only you. You're the moon of my night. Without you, I'm but a hollow shell. Doomed to fly the night to love one monster.
The monster! Oh, I completely forgot! The monster!
He's probably roaming through the forests and the countryside, mauling the villagers as he used to.
Oh, quickly, Igor, get the shackles! We must find him. It's nearly 11 o'clock. And please, my friends, I need your help. Fly over the forest. See if you can see him. Igor and I will search the village and the brewery.
No. I will go search the brewery.
My darling, watch out for that tree on your left.
All I wanted was a brain.
Have any of you nice people seen a rather tall gentleman with a green face? That way? Oh, no!
Little boy.
Your little boy, too?
And a drink.
And a drink?
I meant this.
From there? Oh, no! Do you know what that means?
What?
That means he's probably escaped into the forest. We have a problem because we can't do the rest of the show without him. It'd probably take me 10 or 15 minutes to catch him, so I guess we might as well have the intermission now. Now, for those of you who have not been to our theater, may I just point out a couple of special features? If you found the first part of the show a little exciting and you need to use the facilities, behind these curtains are 2 rooms. Each room has a bowl and a pitcher of water. If you would like to visit our snack bar, it's behind these curtains, but you can't get there that way. We ask that you go through these curtains, form a line in the back hall, and come out through these curtains. That way we will know who is coming and who is going. Now, during the intermission, there is one thing that is very important while you are here at the theater. Yeah. Can I have your attention, please? Thank you. During the intermission, please. This applies especially to the little ones and to the big ones and to those who may be of middle size. During the intermission, please, don't touch the box.
Don't touch the balls.
Leave the box alone. Alone, leave the box. Don't touch the box. Now, enjoy the intermission, but remember, if you are going to go to the lavatory or to the snack bar, you must walk this way. Put it back. You can't keep this one. You have enough pets already. Put it down. Now give him a treat. No! That's not old enough for that. Give him some candy. Little boy, Didn't your parents ever teach you not to take candy from someone who is strange? Leave the box alone! Leave the box alone. Now go to the laboratory. No. The laboratory. The laboratory. No. That's the laboratory. And give me the bottle. But you drank it all. Greedy monster. Don't worry, ma'am. He was not made for you.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Woodmarker. Good afternoon, Junior. You haven't seen the count, have you?
I haven't seen anyone.
Oh, I couldn't sleep last night with all that racket. And I saw the count pull a large box into his room. It's right across the hall from me. I've been knocking at his door all day, but he doesn't answer. Oh, you don't suppose something's happened to him, do you?
There's something strange about that count.
Oh, nonsense. I think he's charming.
I think he's a gigolo. A what? A gigolo! A guy who's after women for their money. Oh, you mean a gigolo? Yeah! A guy who's after... I know what a gigolo is. Now, Junior, how do you know?
Well, I think he's charming.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Frankenmeyer, what happened?
Oh, I had a little problem with the boiler. Please excuse my appearance and my neglect of you. Have you seen Mr. Talbot?
Oh, he and Marion took off first thing this morning, and I gave her concerns as the clouds are looking so dreadful.
Mr. Frankenmeyer, have you seen the Count? He's still a guest here, isn't he?
Oh, yes, he's still a guest here. He sleeps a lot during the day. He's a night bird.
Sounds like Pop.
Oh, the storm is coming. I better go get Julius to find Miriam. Something must have happened, or else they would have been back by now.
Oh, I'm sure she's all right. And I'm going to stroll in the garden.
Mr. Frankenmeyer, how long have you lived here?
Why, I inherited this castle from my grandfather. Don't you have some place you need to be?
No.
What are you doing there?
I'm a junior detective of America. Great night tracker. As we collect our clues now, to write them down. 6 days later, yeah.
Oh, evidence?
Yeah! Clues and evidence for solving mysteries, murders, robberies. What's that knocking?
Knocking? I don't hear any knocking.
You seem awfully nervous, Mr. Frankenmeyer.
Oh, nervous? Why, not at all.
I hear it all, buddy. I better go. What is this mingle?
I'm sorry.
Oh, not as sorry as you are going to be. You keep me up all night searching for that creature of yours. I come home to my room exhausted, and my box is not there. I searched and searched, but that nincompoop Igor has left it down here. When I finally find it, there is a man inside. I better have time to walk around and get in myself before the sun comes through the window. I have a splitting headache. I'm not probably so. Broken nail.
Oh, I'm sorry. But nothing seems to be going right. There was so much energy in the machine that it nearly blew up. It was only a miracle that it didn't. We got back with the creature just in time. I have been working all day trying to get it repaired and ready for tonight, and Talbot is gone with the crystal.
The crystal.
Oh, it's a critical part of the machine. Wish I had a recording of this so I wouldn't have to repeat it to everyone who walks in the room. Anyway, Talbot has gone with the crystal, and Igor is acting strange. I can't trust anyone anymore. Natasha, darling, if you will help me with my experiment, I will do anything to make it up to you. Just help me tonight.
Well, darling, when you put it that way, how can I refuse you? What do you think you would have me do?
We must get the crystal planted on Mr. Woodknocker. The machine is building energy again. This time I have set the automatic controls so that nothing will stop it. At 11 o'clock, it will automatically switch brains. I will get the crystal and give it to you. And then you snuggle up to Mr. Woodknocker and slip it in his pocket.
Oh, I can do that, darling.
So he said, Madame, I am terribly sorry my son's toast landed in your plate. If it should happen again, I shall see that you broke the jam with it. Well, Mother was just furious.
Well, good evening, Miss Woodknocker and Mr. Talbot.
Good evening. Have you met the Countess, Larry?
No, I don't believe so.
This is the Count Sobriski, Mr. Talbot.
Ah, Mr. Talbot, I have heard so much about you, but never could I think we would meet. Although I must admit you do look strangely familiar, as if we had already met.
Ooh. I've heard of you, Countess, and your illustrious husband.
Oh, well, young people are so happy in love. I remember what it was like to be young. Helen, I will be back before we are ready to proceed. I must take some exercise. Ah, the children of the night. What beautiful music they make.
Talbot, I must speak with you.
All right. Marion, it has been a wonderful day, and I shall never forget it. Please remember to wear the herb necklace I gave you. Never take it off.
But Larry, it has such an odor.
I told you it has a special herb for warding off evil.
You Europeans are so superstitious.
I know, but please wear it anyway.
Talbot!
All right. Now, I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow? But we're having dinner and then we're going dancing on the terrace in the moonlight.
The moon! Moonlight.
Oh, you men are all like, mention the word dancing and you fall apart. No, I'm going upstairs to change, and I expect to see you later.
Did you hear that? She expects me to have dinner with her.
Oh, don't worry about that. You've got plenty of time before the moon rises. Now, give me the crystal.
I don't have it.
What do you mean?
I mean, I woke up this morning lying on the floor with rug burns and bruises all over my back. I hardly had time to look for it before Miriam and her mother came in.
Oh, you find that crystal, I'll see you doomed.
Don't threaten me, Doctor. I'm in control of myself for a few hours.
Oh, you find that crystal and I'll see you don't have to worry about that. I have a sleeping potion that will put you out cold until we find a cure. But only if you find that crystal. Now get to it. Time is running out.
Oh, Count, your stories are so thrilling. Please tell me more.
Oh, please, leave. Henry told me that we have no guests. You must introduce us.
Oh, this is Mr. Talbot, the Count Alucard, and this is Mrs. McGonagall.
Mr. Talbot, I have heard of you, but never.
Never did I think we would meet.
How did you know?
I read your script.
I see. Well, I was just telling Mrs. McGonagall about my castle in Toronto Bay. You should all come for a reason one day. You will have such fun. A wonderful rugged countryside, so exhilarating to go hunting. Oh, with their fiery eyes glowing in the night. And I love to fly through the cloudless night, over the twinkling lights of the villages nestled in the crowded valleys of the mountains.
Oh, you have an airplane? How thrilling. I've always wanted to learn how to fly.
Or else I shall teach you one day. Come, Mrs. McGonagall. Let us watch the moonrise above the mountain. Such a wonderful sight to behold. It reminds me of the Baroque battlements of my castle.
Oh, Count, I'd love to see your broken battlements.
I don't think I can do this.
But we had a bargain.
But to steal a living man's brain, the monster is made of dead men. That is hideous enough. But to steal a living man's brain.
But there was the mistakes of the past, and a dead man's brain has too much deteriorated tissue. Even when we operated, we damaged the cells and the tissues. But a complete reassembly of the cells and tissues, think of it!
I can't. I didn't ask to be the way I am. It's a disease, a curse. I do not willfully do this. You willfully do evil.
Evil Smeevil. You think you are driven by a curse? Well, so am I. The curse of the unknown. The curse of the past. Preying on the future. Failure is my curse, but I will not fail again. If your heart is so weak that the thought of the sacrifice of one man for the advancement of science...
Advantage of what science? Is this going to save lives? Make the world a better place?
Oh, I refuse to discuss it further. If you won't put the crystal on Mr. Woodknocker, I'll do it myself. Just find that crystal before the moon rises, or it'll be too late to do anything about your problem.
Doctor, the machine is overheating. All the dials are spinning around.
Oh no, you've touched something!
No!
I told you not to touch anything! Oh, why did this happen to me? I think I shall go mad. Find that crystal, time is running out. Oh, get away, you idiot! Go help Talbot find the crystal.
It's not nice to treat people the way it treats me. I think I need a new master. How about you?
Oh, no thanks. I have enough trouble looking after myself. Besides, you're fumbling to cut the crystal off in the first place. You and your drug drinks.
I don't think I like you any better than I like you. With what I know about you, I would have a fine tale to tell a certain young lady.
Silence, you fool! Don't you dare breathe a word to anyone about me, or it will be your last breath. Now help me find the crystal.
If I find it, I won't give it to you.
Looking for something?
None of your business!
See about that, Mr. Igor. That was the guy who was in the box last night. He's a wolfman. He was married all day.
Doesn't look that wolfish to me. My son says that you're the wolf that's been after my daughter.
You must be Mr. Woodknocker.
Oh, I was the last time I looked.
Well, how do you do?
Oh, everyone I can, thank you.
It's the one in the middle.
I might as well be a drinking man. I always wake up with a hangover anyway. Oh, I think I'm going to be sick. Where's the porthole? Oh, all right. Let's get down to brass knuckles. What are your designs on my daughter?
Well, I like your daughter very much.
Aha! A wild sheep in wolf's clothing.
You better hurry. The doctor won't like it.
Oh, another country heard from. Haven't I seen you someplace before?
I carried your bags.
I'm not sure I'm seeing you now. Must be something I ate. Tell you what, put an egg in your shoe and beat it. Scram!
I don't have an egg.
Get out of here. We don't need to listen to your nincompooperi. Poopery. Oh, Mr.
Talbot.
Yes, Talbot. My son here seems to think there's something funny going on, which is more than I can say.
Now, Mr. Talbot, that's your real name. What are you doing here?
I'll ask the questions here. Now, Mr. Talbot, if that's your real name, what are you doing here? How did I do?
I'm the truth.
Well,
I...
a likely story. I'll tell you what you were doing. You were looking for something you lost last night.
How did you know?
Is it smaller than a bread box?
What? Mr. Woodknocker?
Is it small enough to fit on that teapot on the mantel?
What?
Pa!
Well, that's where you put it, wasn't it?
What'd you tell him for?
How did you know where it was?
Oh, well, Snoop here, Junior, my son, known in our neck of the woods as Snoop Woodknocker, overheard you and Mr. Frankenheimer, or Frankenmeyer, or Franken... Was there a convention here last night? Anyway, when you were asleep in that box, Junior pinched the little bauble.
So you know everything.
Well, I know Junior's side of the boondoggle. What's yours?
Does it really matter?
Oh, of course. Every public nuisance has a right to a defense. Just keep it short. I'm only here for a week.
Well, what can I tell you that your son hasn't already told you?
Well, who says I believe him? Oh, he's a good kid, and he tells the truth as far as he knows it.
I had all in my notebook. Talks to the doctor. I can't go on like this. It was cure me or kill me. The doctor.
All right! Tell my own story, thank you. And then, Mr. Woodknocker, I'll walk out that door and you'll never see me again. But you mustn't want to marry him. Tell her I have some kind of terminal disease and that it would never work out between us.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
You might not know me by my real name, Lawrence Talbot, but you have heard of the Wolfman? I am the Wolfman.
I told you, Pop.
You're a wolfman, eh? I've heard of you, but never did I think we would meet.
I didn't ask to be the Wolfman. I've lived in agony for years, trying to find a cure or some kind of peace of mind. I came here to see the doctor to see if he could help me.
I told you, Pop.
He said if I helped him with this experiment that he would help me. But his experiment turned out to be a plot to steal your brain for his monster. Using some kind of machine and this crystal, he plans to switch your brain with the monster his grandfather made. I'm ashamed to say, I agreed to help, but only in the beginning. I want nothing to do with it now.
Well, that's an interesting tale, Mr. Talbot. That seems to confirm Junior's side of the boondoggle.
What are you going to do now, Pop?
Well, you never kick a man when he's down, son.
Well, here's the crystal.
Oh, don't give it to me. Give it back to Frankenstein.
But he'll try to slip it back to you when you least expect it.
That's okay. I haven't seen the day that I can't bamboozle the likes of him. Besides, I need a little excitement.
What's your nerve, Pop?
All my nerves will take care of themselves. Now, what we need to do is figure out a way that we can foul up the works around here.
We don't have much time, Pop. Frankenstein told Igor that all you is the crystal.
Well, tell you what, why don't you go down there back to the machinery and see if you can throw a wrench in it.
I'll try, Pop.
Great. And now remember, son, Lady Godiva put everything she had on a horse. All we've got is you.
Don't worry, Pop. I know it's going to back my hand.
Ow, my hand.
We're in trouble, Talbot. Anything you care to add, Talbot?
Sweetheart, I've been looking all over for you. You need to dress for dinner.
Oh, I am dressed.
You can't go like that.
Why not?
Well, because you have 2 new tuxedos you bought in Paris, and I wanted you to wear one of them.
Well, I bought those 2 monkey suits because they were on sale. And they fit. Well, I never said I'd wear one. You don't have to.
All I ask is that you dress halfway decent and not look like something the cat drug in. Would it be so hard for you to try to please me once in a while? Please don't embarrass me like you did on the boat. Mother. Oh, there you are. Do whatever you like. I'll be waiting for you upstairs. Where's Junior? He's run off again.
I sent him on an errand.
Oh, okay.
That's the first argument she's given up in years.
She's trying very hard not to argue, Father.
What on earth for? What would this world be like without a little nuclear war now and then? Well, I'll see you when I see you, Talbot. What are you looking at? Haven't you ever seen an Orange Julius?
I never realized how much they argued till we came on this trip. On the ship, Father refused to wear his tuxedos when they were invited to dine at the captain's table. Mother was just furious. What's the matter? You liked all my other stories.
Nothing.
Relax, I'm not going to bite you. You had a nice date, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, good. It's a wonderful evening, and we're going to have a wonderful time.
Miriam, I must be leaving. I really can't stay this evening.
Leaving, but...
Excuse me, Miss Woodknocker, I must speak with Mr. Talbot. You don't have time for talking to her. Where's the crystal?
Here, have it, and go to the devil.
Don't be a goody-goody around me, Talbot. Has the Countess returned?
The Countess? So that's who you're going to use. Oh, I figured as such.
Don't bother yourself about that. You have a little problem of your own, and from the looks of you, we'd better hurry. I'll send Igor up with a sedative. It'll have to be injected. I'll talk to you in the morning.
What was that all about?
Nothing. Miriam, do you still have that wolf thing? I mean, the necklace I gave you?
Yes, as silly as it is. I have it right here.
Remember, whatever happens, we did have a wonderful day together.
You're acting so strangely. Come look at the mountain. Oh, look, it's a It's so beautiful. It never looks this way at home. I guess all the city lights take away from the beautiful. Hurry, hurry, Ed. Larry, are you sick? Let me help you.
Go away! You must get out!
Well, where's Talbot?
He suddenly turned into a wild man. What's going on here?
Oh, he has a disease that affects him strangely. You wouldn't understand.
Come on, we have to go help him.
Oh, no, he's very dangerous when he is like this.
Well, if you won't help me, I'll do it myself.
No, you must not.
Natasha, darling, he was quite innocent. You did not have to swoop down on us like a rebel.
Oh, stay away from me, you flea-bitten Casanova, or I'll scratch your eyes out.
But Natasha.
Natasha?
Oh, don't interrupt me when I'm arguing. Henry, the first chance he gets, he's up with some silly woman.
Oh, look, this poor creature, he was frightened to death.
Natasha, here's the crystal. We must get it on Mr. Woodknocker immediately.
I am not interested in your silly games anymore, Henry. Do your own dirty work.
Oh, but you can't be mad at Vlad. It wasn't his fault. Mrs. McGonagall's to blame. She was flirting with him, throwing herself at him. Vlad was merely being polite.
I don't.
It's true.
Yes, it is true. I'm an innocent bystander.
All kinds of things you say.
Innocent. Oh. All right, Henry. I will take the crystal.
Thank you, darling. And remember, I'll do anything to make it up to you.
Ah, leave it to me.
So, of course, well, one last check of the instruments. We can't be too careful.
What is going on between you two, my daughter?
Oh, nothing. Henry is doing some sort of experiment. I gave you this little crystal to hold for safekeeping.
Seems quite anxious. What is very important?
Oh, yes, he said it was important. I haven't the faintest idea what it is for. Here, you take it. You know how I use
It looks like a diamond.
things. Yes, it is very beautiful. Keep it close to your heart. Don't ever lose it.
Just as I keep you close to my heart. Oh, my daughter. Can you ever forgive me for the past?
Oh, after tonight, there will be nothing to forgive, my daughter. Bye.
Oh, my God. Beautiful daughter. I know.
Well, when you get through with her feet, you can start on mine. Now, if that's not an insult, I don't know what is. Ah, Natasha, leave this stuff shirt. Fly away with me, I love you.
Oh, darling, I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say? I wouldn't know what to say if I were in your shoes either. Perhaps you can suggest something. In fact, you do suggest something. To me, you suggest a baboon.
Oh,
What?
Oh, I'm sorry I said that. That wasn't fair to the rest of the baboons.
You are making me angry. I'm a man of 2 words.
Well, I'm a man of 1 word. Scram!
So, Natasha, let's find a place where we can be alone.
What, are you still here? I think there's one too many undead in this room, and I think it's you. Ah, Natasha, it's the same old story. Romeo and Juliet, Minneapolis and St. Paul. Whoa! Won't that go to me? It might go off! Whoa! Aha! Da! Touché! Arrivederci! Ha-ha! Aha!
bye-bye.
I took lessons at Acme Fencing.
Ah, wonderful, darling.
Ah, Natasha. 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 I can sit on your lap all night as long as you don't stand up. Ah, Natasha. We can have a little bungalow. We can run away together. You could be on the inside and I'd be on the outside trying to get in. Or you could be on the inside and I'd be on the outside trying to get out. Or you could be upstairs, I could be downstairs. Tell you what, if you haven't heard from me by Friday, the whole thing's up. Anyway, will you marry me?
Oh, Mr. Woodknocker, that would be bigamy.
That'd be big of me too. In fact, that'd be big of all of us.
Why, I've never heard of such a thing. I'm going to tell Mrs. Woodknocker everything I heard. I knew you were a cat all along.
And I always thought of myself as a Mercedes.
What a strange woman she is.
Oh, yes, she is a strange woman. Oh, Natasha, I could sit on your lap all night as long as you don't stand up. Did I say that one before? I can't remember. It's your eyes. They shine like the pants of my blue serge suit. That's no reflection on you, my dear. That's a reflection on my pants.
Pop, pop! Oh, I didn't know you were busy.
Oh, that's all right.
Where did
Natasha.
it come from?
Oh, from the fireplace, of course. Natasha. Tell you what. Go out into the moonlight. Out on the terrace. Ah, I can see it now. You and the moon. You wear a necktie, so I know which one you are. And while the moon is sneaking around the clouds, I will be sneaking around you.
Frankenstein told Eager that they gave the crystal to the Countess. I saw him down in the...
She hasn't slipped it to me yet. Why don't you go back down there and see if you can foul up the machinery somehow?
I'll try, Pop.
Gotta get that crystal.
I don't believe a word of it isn't gone wrong. My husband may be aggravated, but he's not unfaithful.
Oh, but I heard him and I saw him.
But are you sure? You said you were coming out of a faint. You must have misunderstood.
Well, if you don't want to take my word for it, I shall leave. In fact, I'm going up and pack my bag. I've been frightened by bats and chased by heaven knows what. And for all intents and purposes have been called a liar. I'm going to visit the Count's castle. He promised to show me his broken battlements.
This has been one mess of a vacation. Oh, and I've been deserted by everyone now.
Oh, excuse me. I did not realize his room was occupied.
Oh, It's not crowded. Come in.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Count Alucard from Switzerland. You remind me of the beautiful women of my country.
Oh, I'm enchanted to meet you.
No, it is I who enchanted to meet you. You have such a lovely neck, like a smile.
Oh, I can't.
You shine like the moon of my night rising above the rugged mountains of my beautiful country.
Oh, now, Count, I don't think you should talk to me that way. We just met and I hardly even know you.
Such evenings were made for getting acquainted.
Oh, Count, I'm a married woman and, well, to be perfectly honest, I just don't appreciate such advances.
Forgive me, dear lady, I never cross paths. I am but a lone traveler, and I need to remind you of the beautiful women of my country. Forgive me for my glasses, I am actually thief.
This is where I came in. You snake in the grass, you toad in a hole.
What are you doing there, Julius?
Oh, don't worry, darling. I will save you from this masher.
Oh, don't be so melodramatic.
You have crossed me for the last time, Mr. Woodchuck. I shall destroy you.
Get up! What are you, a man or a mouse? We'll throw some cheese on the floor and find out. Or my mustache. One of the two.
What are you trying to do to this poor man, Julius?
Well, darling, first of all, this is not just some poor man. Look at him. He's a poor ape.
Well, this is getting to be ridiculous.
Oh, what's going on down here? Oh, Count. What happened?
Mr. Woodpecker attacked me.
Oh, you horrible man.
What's going on down here?
What's going on? We're having a party. You know how to rumba? Oh, yes. Pick a number from 1 to 10.
Oh!
Julius, darling, I have been waiting for you.
What does she mean? Julius, darling, I have been waiting for you.
I told you, there's something hanky-panky going on.
She's just overwhelmed by my charm.
Does he have the crystal?
You mean this?
How did you get it?
No, I've got it. Stop him. Stop him. Get that crystal. Stop him. It's Jimmy 11.
What are you doing? You stupid madness!
The machine.
This is turning into a complete
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Stop it here. Do you want the crystal?
Hold on, crystal. She's got it right up there. You have it. No, she does.
You have it?
He has it, darling.
Wait! What are we doing? We want him to have the crystal.
Oh, yeah. So, the jig is up. Dr. Frankenstein. Thought you'd steal my brain.
Steal your brain?
Yes. Whoever is in possession of this crystal at midnight has their brain transferred with that of his monster.
Natasha, you gave that crystal to me.
It was just a joke, darling.
You feel bad? You can have it back.
I don't want it.
Whoa! Well, neither do I. Doctor! The machine is going to explode! The little boy took a wrench and he beat the dials and now the
Pop! I did it! I blew up the machine! Are you doing? Pop, are you alright?
Oh, Junior, I married your mother because I wanted children. Imagine my disappointment when you arrived.
Pop?
My darling, I think I've had enough vacation in this quiet, restful region. Come, let us leave these crazy people and return to the simple life of today.
Yes, my sweet. And Vlad, can you ever forgive me for my foolish thoughts? I belong only to you.
Of course, my dear. And I promise never to look at another woman again.
Well, goodbye, Henry. But where is Henry?
He's probably fiddling with his mother. He'll never give up.
Well, goodbye, Julius Tibulnacher and family.
Miriam! Miriam!
Look at his tailbit. He's no longer the wolfman and the moon is still in the sky.
Oh, Larry, I was so frightened. You were like a wild man.
I feel like a normal human being again. The doctor's machine, it cured me. I'm cured. Miriam, will you marry me?
Yes, if it's okay with my parents.
As long as he wears a flea collar.
Young love, come, my sweet. Let us fly through the night as we used to.
Watch out for that tree! On the left. And after all the things he said to me.
Ah, Mrs. McGonagall, you've got nothing but dirty brakes. Well, I'll tell you what, we can clean and adjust those brakes, but you'll have to stay in the garage overnight.
Julius, be nice to Mrs. McGonagall. She suffered enough.
Mrs. McGonagall, I'm going to be nice to you. I haven't a clue how, but I'm going to be nice to you. Well, Ruth, was this vacation exciting enough for you?
We came on this trip to get away from excitement. Julius, I will never understand you. But after all these years of marriage, I'm going to stop trying to change you. Miriam, let that be a lesson to you. If you can't change them before you marry them, you never will afterwards.
Good thing out, didn't you?
Very true, my dear. Well, let us retreat from this place. Let us go, let us fly, let us flee to my, let us lodge with my fleas in the hills. Let us flee to my, let's get out of here.
It does feel good to be me again. Even though the doctor's machine didn't work, he did cure me. Igor, where is the doctor?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was up here yelling something about the machine.
Oh well, we'll see him again. Miriam, let's go take that walk in the moon. Just kidding.
Nobody ever asked me to go for a walk in the moonlight. Now, where is the doctor? Doctor?
Igor, come down here and get me out of these chains. What do you mean? Chaining me up in the dungeon?
Oh, my! My! Oh, my! Doctor! Have you changed your mind?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last night, and we have a special gift, a presentation for our beloved director.